Yes! Breaking Taylor Swift news, yes. The pop star has taken almost her entire back catalogue, save for one song, off the music streaming service Spotify, which of course has become one of the biggest new ways in which people consume music. But there are those in the music industry that say it is, in fact, Seamus Byrne, the editor of CNET, one of the ballsiest moves in the music industry today. Why?
See, I'm not sure that I feel like it's all that ballsy in the sense that, she's not the first who's done something like this to remove some of their catalogue. Coldplay's done the sort of same thing. I think once you're kind of right there up on top, you're able to make those kinds of choices to say, well, I have access to all the money, now I'll give it to me right now. But yeah, then I think on sort of top of that, it really then comes back to the idea of, Spotify just doesn't have the scale yet to actually get people, to make people like Taylor Swift see that there's a serious paycheck attached to it. Because it's still only in the millions of subscribers versus one day, potentially a service like that might get hundreds of millions. And that's when each play starts to add up and, deliver real returns.
They're saying that an average artist will get somewhere between 0.006 of a US dollar to 0.0084 of US dollar. Would that maybe possibly be the reason why Taylor Swift has told Spotify that I promise that's the last time I do that, Claire Porter. I may also be lying. Walk me through it. So do you think it is a ballsy move, Claire?
I think it's a clever move. And I think 0.00084 of a cent is not enough to incentivize any artist to use the platform, because at that kind of level of payment, there really is no difference between that and free. Users may be paying a subscription service to use Spotify, but artists are seeing a teensy tiny cut of that money. I think her stock's at an all-time high. If there were ever a time to go out on top and ensure that people are paying for her content, now would be it. It worked for me. I went to Spotify, saw it wasn't there, went over to iTunes and bought her album, and I've listened to it like a bunch of times since.
Well, this is also the interesting thing about Taylor Swift as distinct from other musical artists right now, which is that she actually does sell whole albums, like in a way that most other artists and big artists don't. And they are saying that it will be the highest selling album like since 2002.
Yeah, if there were a time to ensure that people are paying for your content, I guess you've got to give them something to incentivize that. And to kind of see her come out of sort of 2 years in the desert where everyone just hated on Tay-Tay to kind of pull her.
Tay-Tay on the national broadcaster. It's fine.
She's taking control, and I think she's doing it really well.
That's one big step up from when we had Claire Riley on the show, who called her Tay-Sweet.
Oh.
Sorry, Seamus, you're about to say something.
She's been engaging with net meme stuff around her as well. Like she's wearing T-shirts that basically is the nod to kind of, things that have been said about her online and things like that. I think that's good. But again, I'm back on the Spotify question. I do think one thing that could be smart here, and, for artists like this, is in a way that, movies, they distribute first at cinema and then you sort of move into the streaming services and things. Maybe there's an element here where some of these artists say, you know what, for the first 2 months or the first X period of time, there's a window where you can only buy my album. And then after that, then it's available on streaming services, and it sort of then, is her chance to deliver to the, the true fans before then everybody else just gets to like dial it up into their standard playlists.
Although I think maybe Tay-Tay has done the opposite, because 1989 was on Spotify for like 2 days, and maybe it's like, have a taste and then bloody pay for it.
She's one of the few artists that could actually pull it off, though, because they say that it will work as a gamble. She will end up making tons of money from it.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to make tons of money either way. She just might make a slightly more ton of money.
All right. There is more Taylor Swift breaking news on the full episode of the show, which you can find on both the RN website and on SoundCloud. Plus, we talk about metadata laws, plus an app that claims to be the Uber of deliveries. All you need to do is go to the RN website for that. But if you have any thoughts on whether or not you would like to download the Taylor Swift album and pay money for it, you can leave a comment down below, because this is YouTube and we encourage that kind of action. While you're there, you should subscribe. There's tons of great content on the RN YouTube channel. There is a subscribe button. It's around. It's there. I think it's there. Sure, let's go with that. Thanks, guys.